it says preparing live streaming for Zoom. So
hold on, I'm getting there slowly but surely, like Grandma used to say.
The meeting is now live streaming on YouTube. It says it is. All right.
Well, you see, oh, I see it there. Slowly but surely.
Okay, yeah,
The meeting is now live streaming on YouTube. It says it is. Yeah, it says live on YouTube. All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna share it as soon as I get this link.
Okay, can you guys hear me?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Okay, so you remember, Greg, we have to mute that YouTube channel.
No, only if it's on the same. Remember, you were streaming and displaying
on the same
device. This is different.
Yeah.
This is different. This is you streaming, and I'm gonna display.
Okay, so hold on, man.
Okay.
I'm gonna send you guys the YouTube link so you can click on.
Yeah, because this link you sent me last night ain't working.
I don't know. All right, here's the YouTube link that I'm supposed to be streaming live on. You see it?
It's in the chat.
In the chat?
Yep.
Lord, I forgot how to get the chat.
All right, Greg. We have to demote you, Greg.
I'm telling you. Okay, I'm gonna share now. Gotta love it.
Oh, there you go. I got see this team on two screens.
Yeah. Let's see. So he's streaming us streaming.
Well, share some content, Greg.
I'm sharing you.
You the content, dig.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So yeah,
you heard yourself.
No, I'm on mute, so I can't hear myself.
But dig you.
Now, what you want to do is, switch over to speaker mode too, and not the gallery.
Oh God, this is dizzying. Digging Terence, that would be you. Switch to speaker mode.
Me?
Yeah.
You, huh? Else you're going to send that gallery view out to the YouTube stream.
Okay, I'm on speaker mode now.
Okay.
Now we go. Yeah, there's a delay.
It's like, yeah.
I know, like at work, it's probably about a minute for us sometimes.
I think it says 20 seconds. I read online. 20 seconds delay.
Yeah, it was about 10 seconds last night.
Okay.
It's better. WebEx is crazy.
It's dizzying, right? Twilight Zone.
Let me look at my notes. Yeah. No, 20 seconds.
Yeah.
Y'all know what this looks like to the end user.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna drop off my phone and use my PC. I'll be right back.
Let me share something, guys, and see. Let me see how it looks from my computer. Let me pull up a video or something so we can take a quick look at it.
Hold on, that's me. All right, I muted the live stream. Oh, was I sharing the audio?
The new website, and it should give you an opportunity to and an overview to get to the broadcast communication page.
That don't look good at all.
To the footer here, at the bottom, you see broadcast, and you click on broadcast. I got to do it on my laptop. This will take you to the broadcast communication page, and you're gonna stroll down because it looked blurry here, don't it?
It looked super pixelated.
Yeah.
Okay, so the problem is, Greg, I got to do it on that laptop we was working with last night.
Now, last night I was no, you were streaming. That's right. No, we were both streaming. I was doing OBS, and then we went to the Zoom live for YouTube.
Okay, so man, hold on.
That Zoom looks good, man.
Am I still sharing?
Nope.
Okay.
No.
All right. I wanted to share. You are the strength of my life.
Coming through your mic.
Oh, it's coming through the microphone?
Yeah, because you're not sharing.
All right. You are the source of my
It still sounds like it's coming through your mic.
You are the strength of my life.
You gotta share, man.
How many PCs are you have? You sharing from the same PC?
Yeah, now that's coming through the app.
How was the audio?
It was coming through the app, but it was rolling.
Yeah, that might be a mosquito in there.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, so I'm still doing it live on YouTube.
Yeah.
Okay, so the problem is this computer don't have the power of the laptop because the laptop can stream live to YouTube and show a good video. When I pull the video up, this video card just don't have the power to do it. So that goes to tell me we got to use a real powerful machine. This is my wife's computer, but the laptop got a real powerful video card. So last night, that's why we didn't have the problem, Greg. We were using the laptop.
The sound just now was decent, just the video, right?
I didn't even show the video because
okay.
When I looked at the video from here, it was grainy. So
okay.
I know you guys were seeing a grainy video because that's what I was seeing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I got a MacBook here, Pro. They gave me a couple months ago at work. Like it's a work issue, but it is mean. It's mean. But I got to make sure. I haven't played an MP4. You know what? Or have I? Yeah. Yeah, I got a machine that's powerful enough. Definitely.
Okay, we definitely gonna have a powerful machine, Joe.
I've got one. I've got a 6-core. It's 2.8 gigs, and an i9. So
okay, that'll do it. I got a 64 gig. The other one I got 64 gigs with a the Intel. What's that? The server processor, so that one I know can do it. But
Precision.
the one that I told you about last night, Greg.
Yeah, it's the Lenovo P51. Well, I got the P51.
Yeah. Okay. So what we do know, we're gonna have to have a good machine that with a good graphics card to make this thing happen. So it can't be a standard machine going to doing a YouTube and the Zoom at the same time. Can't be that. Okay. All right. What else we need to know?
Assignments.
Where are all the files? Like, are they all in the email? Are they in a central location, like a Dropbox or anything? Or
They supposed to be on that drive, right?
Google Drive.
What I'm gonna make sure all the files is in place, Joe, for Thursday, the full run. Brandon is here right now, finishing his stuff up. He using that laptop I was telling you about, because his MacBook was he said was freezing on him. So I told him I got this laptop, so he's using that laptop. So he should be finishing up with that soon, because he rolling through it right now.
Okay.
But we'll have it by tomorrow. Everything. Timmy is working on part of it, but I want our stuff to look good. Hey, this is Florida.
I know how you feel. I'll be that way with Delaware stuff to this day.
Hey, man.
I ain't lived there in 10 years.
You get kind of, you like, hey, this is Florida, man. We want to know what we doing, you know. But anyway, and I tell you, man, what I saw, it looks really nice. And so we don't want to have something really nice turn out bad, you know, because people can't enjoy it. No good sound, you know.
Joel,
so
you have access.
Hmm?
Joel, he has access to the web folder, web team.
Yeah, he do.
Yeah, I see him in here.
Okay. Let me slide over there real quick.
Yeah, if you go to Google Drive and shared with me, you'll see web team as one of the folders in there.
Deacon Jonathan.
Yes, sir.
Is there anything you want to ask the team, or anything that you have some concerns? Or go ahead and let us know.
So I think we're on the same page in regard to everything. I had expressed to you already one of Minister Strong's questions was just about Bishop's ability to interact and get on Zoom and how he would access the links. And so I did relay to him that he can get these links via the schedule tab on the website and that they're already up there. But I was sure to emphasize, because I think a couple people don't realize that, oh, I'm looking at the schedule. And it's like, well, you're looking at the itinerary, but you have to be on the schedule tab. And I assume Bishop will probably have somebody there maybe navigating them through some of these things, but I was just sure to emphasize, you do have to be on the schedule tab to get those links. And he did say that he knows what Zoom account Bishop will be using.
Okay.
And he'll communicate that to you, I assume. So I did let him know that you will need to know that account, so that way you can make any adjustments necessary, so that way we know if he's in or not.
Right. Okay.
But I think those are really the biggest things. I know on the committee side, there's conversations about who's going to be opening things up or closing things down, and really I just think that's kind of overcomplicating the issue. I think we can just kind of simplify it as much as possible. I think we're in good hands with you, brothers. So I think that's the most important thing. I know you all will open it up. I think we got the logistics from the people that are actually going to be speaking worked out for the most part. I just think there's a little bit of lag in terms of we've got some people who may not be technologically savvy, and making sure that they're communicated with and know that, hey, utilize the Zoom link, or if you don't want to participate via Zoom, utilize the link to use YouTube Live. I don't know that we've communicated that to the degree that we need to, but if we can do that through a buzz email, then that's great. I think that'll simplify some of that, especially for the older saints. I just think that's really the drop off for us right now, where we just haven't waged that canyon yet.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, I think we're gonna streamline that information, and I'm gonna send it up to Minister Strong, and then let Sister Johnny analyze it and see if it's speaking to all of our people. The language that can what Brother Greg say, the 10th grade language that from 50 to 10 can understand. So we need to put it in that type of text. And that's going to be done in short order, Deacon. Okay?
Yeah.
Right. Also, Deacon Jonathan, on the conference call last night, I can share this with everybody. They did go through, we went through each session, and they choose somebody who's going to start the session. Like the speaker introduce the session, also then anybody who's going to, after the session, have any words. So everybody has those assignments. Of course, you were given your session, right? Because you're the moderator. You'll start your session and end it, and also, of course, introduce your session with Bishop as well.
Yeah, I think it would be helpful, and you may be able to help with this, Philip. I think just from a TDI perspective, even if it's just a half sheet of paper with maybe like 5 to 10 points for anybody who's participating. I know we had a prep meeting for that particular panel. I don't know if there was a prep meeting for the other panel. Was there?
No. Now Jeff is working on something like that. Jeff's supposed to be working on a quick worksheet, Zoom do's and do nots and things like that. He was supposed to get that out today, but I haven't seen it yet. So
was that for panelists or was that for just
for church members?
Gotcha. So from a TDI perspective, I think it'd be helpful to just have maybe 5 to 10 bullets of some of the stuff we discussed on the prep meeting, like, hey, you can have a hardwire connection. That's better. Be sure to mute yourself. You may not think that you have background noise, but you may have some background noise. Just some of those quick, easy hitters for the panelists in particular, because I think the thing that we discussed was, hey, the panelists are going to join 30 minutes early. You'll be in an off room together until 5 minutes till the session actually starts. Then you'll be brought in. Everyone will be muted at the beginning. You'll need to unmute yourself. I've tried to express that to the panelists that are going to be in my session. But for some of those other sessions, because they didn't have prep meetings, I don't know that they're going to be on that same page. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, there's only 2 live meetings. And we did have, matter of fact, with the other panelists, we had 2 meetings with them. So they should be pretty well.
Gotcha.
They should be in pretty good shape. Because Joel and I had 2 meetings with them.
Okay. Gotcha. I don't have anything else though.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm watching the YouTube live session. So, all right. So, you guys stop talking. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
He'll start talking in 20 seconds, I guess.
Okay. So it's showing that I'm talking now, and okay, I can't watch the YouTube live session. That's
behind, man.
I was saying he's behind. We done hung up and went home, man.
Yeah.
Greg on Sunrise now.
Yeah.
He's on up 34th.
Okay, so I turn it to the speaker view, and it looks better on the YouTube live.
Oh yeah.
Because I don't see anybody up there in the I don't see anybody up there in the panels, the
gallery squares.
Yeah, in the squares. It just you only see the speaker on YouTube live.
Right, that's what Joel was saying. Put it in speaker view for the well, it should be in speaker view anyway for the session anyway.
Okay.
Oh. So I do want to ask another thing, but I'll wait. Go ahead. You can work that out.
No, go ahead and ask what you want to ask.
Okay. So I think there may be some sort of lag somewhat between what the studio's recording and putting together the TDI team and what the committee's kind of coordinating as well. So I know you probably have some files. Do you know when everything was being recorded or when you should have all the material and content?
Yeah, we
Actually, go ahead, Dick.
the problem we having is that I know Jeff and Big Tim, they want to put everything together. They want us to be able to give it to us. The problem that I'm having is that I got to make sure that I'm using the right Kodak for everything. I need to make sure that the Kodak is correct so that when we streaming, we're going to get the best picture. And I want to use the H.2.6.5, but I know it'll work on my laptop, but I don't know if it's going to work on Joe's laptop. So what I want to do is send Joe a file and see if he can play it. And then if he can't play it, then we're going to have to go to H.2.6.4 and put it at 720, put it at constant speed, and make sure that what we playing, everybody can view it, and it's not the compression ain't going to kill it. I know that's not the question, that's not the answer you want, but that's where we at right now.
Gotcha. So I don't understand what any of that was. You were speaking in tongues. But I'm assuming that kind of what you're saying is that's the reason why you need the content to make sure that whatever rate the compression is still works on whatever device you're using. Is that right?
Correct.
Gotcha. So that's why you need the content. I know when I spoke with Minister Strong and Deacon Nate earlier, Bishop was recording. So they were recording their content and Bishop was recording his content. I don't know if there's any other content to be recorded, any other major content at least being recorded at this point for the conference. It may all be done. I'm not sure. But then obviously whatever still needs to be cut and assembled still needs to be cut and assembled. And I don't know who's doing those things. And then after that, how that gets to you. I don't know any of that. So,
right. Well, Jonathan, everything was supposed to be done today. Well, that's outstanding. What's outstanding is the Saturday night event. And Brother Renthie texted me probably about an hour ago saying he's going to send it to me soon. And beyond that is the Florida content, which is Deacon Terence working on with his nephew. So we're assuming that we already got that in the house somewhere, right? Because he's working on with his nephew. And then we just need the content from Philadelphia. Bishop's interview with you, and we're answering the questions. We need Deacon Nate and Elder Haguth. That's what's remaining.
Gotcha.
We have everything else.
I think is Tim Parker the one who's cutting Bishop's content and merging the two contents together?
That should be Vernon.
Yeah, Vernon should be, yeah. And
Okay.
I know this Vernon's the one taking the video, but I'm not sure, exactly what's the next step.
Okay. I just want to make sure at least you all will be able to be in the loop on what you need, and hopefully, God willing, when you receive it as well. So and I had mentioned this as well to you, Philip, but the committee decided to do a 28-year commemoration video. And so that content is not finalized. I think that's going to take at least another day.
But that plays on Saturday, right? When was that play?
Saturday night, yeah.
No, Sunday, actually, on Sunday.
That's supposed to play on Sunday.
Right. So get that tomorrow. Assuming that's okay. Well, I'm not doing editing, so I'm not going to say that.
Yeah.
It's showing as Saturday, the 28-year discussion.
No, it's not
discussion.
No, this is I think Sunday morning.
It's Sunday morning, yeah.
This is
Oh,
in
okay.
front of that sermon, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, special recognition of Bishop 28th Pastoral Sunday.
Yeah.
Okay, now is that going to be showed from the bus?
No,
I
I
would
think
I'm understanding they're giving you that file to put in front of the sermon. No,
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, it's on the form. Well, maybe it wasn't spelled out, but it's
No,
Wait a minute.
the form stops at Saturday.
yeah. Well, no, it's on the Sunday says special recognition of Bishop's 28th pastoral anniversary. So it doesn't say what that is, but that's what it's talking about.
Ah,
Okay,
Well,
so
it's lots of different forms too. What I'm looking at right now.
wait a minute. Hold the horses here. So this supposed to play before Bishop message, the special recognition,
Yes.
and when they gonna get it to me?
So we can get you that content tomorrow. I don't think you should have it any later than tomorrow.
Okay, okay. So you say tomorrow, I'm I'm good with it.
Tomorrow's Wednesday, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Hey, Deke,
Yes, sir.
this is something else that you have to take the minister for approval, right, sir?
Well, a minister should know about. I'm gonna give him that list of everything that's supposed to be done. So if he got a problem with it, he need to come and say, "Hey, I got a problem with this. Can't go before." So I'm thinking that the committee have cleared everything with them. So when I give minister what the committee is giving me, hey, minister, here is what's supposed to happen Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Here's the responsibilities of the TDI team. Give him that list. And when I give it to him, he'll have what we know supposed to take place.
Yeah,
That
and that's
makes it
100% correct. Yeah,
Mhm.
everything, the committee in terms of coordinating or getting approval for any content or any piece of the content, the committee should have already taken care of that. That should have been in the written proposal.
right. And that's why I said I'm giving minister our duty roster. And this is the duty roster for the TDI team. He looks over it. He said, "Hey, this is good. We know that this is what's supposed to happen." Okay, Greg.
yeah.
All right. I don't like hammers on my toes. So all right, I'm gonna make sure the team is clear on what we need to do. All right, guys. Anything else?
That answers my question, Deke. I just want to make sure that, what you said is exactly what I expected you to say. Thank you, sir.
All right. Sister Rios.
One thing.
Go ahead, Joe.
So that's good. The whole thing with giving Bishop the links to at will participate via Zoom if he chooses to do so. And we understand that somebody is going to be there with him in a technical to assist him with the technology. Is there communication between that person assisting Bishop and whoever is a technician on duty? Like that's clear that has to be set up where that person knows if they have problems they can call whomever is doing that job. That's not a problem, or
They should have somebody that they usually when there's a problem, I get a text directly from minister. Usually that's what happened to me. If it's something that we are doing I'm getting tired of excuse me.
technologically.
Yeah, technologically. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I had to pray before I said that.
Okay. All right, but anyway, Joel, that's what usually happens, sir.
Okay.
So will it happen this time? I don't know, man. I just try to do the job as best as I can. The CYA, this team, so that I don't leave nothing unturned. That's why I try to ask questions from you guys. Hey, we missing something? Let's figure it out.
Yeah, I think my concern is I don't want the bishop to get frustrated or lose faith in this technology, because I've seen them do that in other areas,
Right.
and rightly so. But I want that to stop, man.
Well, one thing, Joe, I was on a conference call with Deacon Bobby and Western. I think it was Western States. He's had me on conference calls 2 or 3 a day for the last week. So they're running together. But I believe it was Western States, and they were saying that they had a Zoom call sometime within the last week or so, and Bishop joined their Zoom call. So he's done it before. They were saying.
Good.
Yeah. So
Good. Good. I made sure to try to be as clear as I could to minister in regard to, hey, this is where you go to get the links. Deacon Terrence, I would just suggest that when you close the loop with Minister Strong, just make sure that works for him. Just in terms of, hey, the links are on the schedule website. If he logs into if he gets onto the website, this is how he'll get those links. I don't know if there's another format or another workflow that you'd like to utilize in regard to that. Maybe whether it's just sending him a document with all the links in it, or if that's good with him, then great. But like Joel said, whatever to do to make it as convenient as possible in regard to the process. And then Minister Strong, make sure that he gives you whatever it is, I guess Bishop's login name or whatever profile he's using for Zoom, just so that way you'll know that as well.
Right. Okay. I think we getting there, man. Again, this is the first time any of us have really did this on a scale. I know we have did it for other schools and different things like that, but usually everybody that's on Zoom is pretty familiar with it. So I think most of the saints might be familiar with it now, as a lot of them been using it. So we pray God blessing upon us. So
Do you have roles and responsibilities yet for TDI?
Philip was working on the responsibility roles.
Okay.
I uploaded to the team room this morning, but I also got a local copy is here.
Okay, well, if you forward it, it's in my mail. I just got home, so I get it.
All right.
And we want everybody to look at their roles, and if they got a problems, let us know so that we can have some coverage. Because we don't want we all need to be a part of this. And I know things come up, but if something come up, you have to let somebody know. Like, hey, like something came up with me, I let Greg and Joel know. Hey, here I plan on being here every day, but plans change. But we have enough people to step it up. So this team, I give you kudos for effort and fixing things that's not broke and breaking things that need to be fixed. So we can get it done.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, I do want to, Deacon Terrence, when we get some time before we leave this meeting, go over at least actually in the men's conference meeting we had last night. They kind of, which is I think is a good thing. We kind of went over all the sessions, and we kind of got a very what's the word I'm looking for? Very like standard format for all the sessions. Most of them are very standardized. I think that'll help us as well. If I want to go through maybe a couple of them and kind of just see how it should flow.
Yes, sir.
So is that something you want to do now?
Hey, that's what we're here for, Philip.
All right, I'll share my screen. Okay, like I said, this file should be up on the website. The host has disabled participant sharing. You gotta make me a co-host or bring it up on the website.
I just said it to all participants.
Oh, Greg on it. We don't dig in turns. I'll be on. All right, guys. Again, on this form, this is the assignments page. The first tab here. If I go to the end, these are all the sessions, and here, it's got the different. I've got the platform it's going to be on. Got the host and the alternate host. Deacon Terrence, one thing I'm going to do is, I'll talk to you about it, Deacon Terrence, as far as getting you the alternate host credentials. And I got roles of who's responsible for audio, an alternate. We see committee, that means the men's conference committee. And I told them they are responsible for these like alternate type duties. Gotcha. So we're responsible as primary, but they're responsible as alternates. And video, this person is going to be displaying any kind of video or content. Right now I have it as Joel and Deacon Terrence on all of these. And well, or Joel on primary on the one, Deacon Terrence primary on the rest of them. If you guys want to swap, that's fine. That's between Joel and Deacon Terrence. And then that's just chat room. People just mount from the chat room. So, for instance, the very first section on Thursday. And also, Deacon Terrence, I don't have on here, but I'm assuming, so I'm going to remind you on Thursday morning, along with that email with all the links. Well, there's one link to this one session. There's that welcome message from Deacon Bobby. You have to send out that as well.
Okay. So I'm going to upload Deacon Bobby's on tomorrow night for Thursday morning.
Okay.
And in that, with that upload, I also want to have some information. Yeah, the link information for Thursday, which is going to be replicable of what's on the website. On the website, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
But I can show you. I have a form. I put for all the sessions. I put the information on one form, one text file. It's kind of ugly, but I'll show it to you as well.
Okay.
So basically, on each meeting, this starts at 6, but of course we stand at 5:30. That's we want any host or co-host to join. So that'd be this entire team and the committee will be joining the meetings. And so one of the things we want to, the host joins. So the host has to assign all the co-hosts. So basically, the first 5 minutes we're assigning the co-hosts. I'm figuring we're also kind of making sure we are doing last-minute checks and make sure everything is we're good. We just want to spend the 15 minutes, make sure we are all on the same page, and that we know what we're doing. It's kind of our time for making last-minute adjustments that we may or may not need to do. So at 5:45 here, I know I have this allow participants in meeting. I got to figure out, and I want to get maybe you can help this. I know we talked about this in the men's department meeting, Jonathan. I think what you recommended is, so don't admit people, let them come in on their own. So I guess my thing is we don't want them to come in this first 15 minutes, because if we say allow them to just come in, they can just come in at 5:35, and we're not ready for them yet. So we've got to figure out if there's a way to have where we're allowing people in for the first 15 minutes and turn on a switch where they can just come in, they can flow in on their own. So
Philip.
Yes.
Me and Greg looked at that last night. We tried to turn it off.
Right.
But looked like Zoom locked that. They locked that feature so that
that's what I thought.
Yeah, they locked that feature so that you have to let them in.
Yeah, I looked at that as well. That's why I was saying. I thought maybe I read it wrong and you figured it out. But yeah, that's what I read as well for security reasons.
Right.
They locked it up. So this is going to be, this right here is going to be like an all hands on deck deal. Then like all the co-hosts in the committee has to be there letting people in, because if you get 500 people, that'll be admitting a lot of people.
Gotcha. So you're saying that we're not going to allow people to flow in on their own. They do have to be admitted?
Or we're saying we can't. The Zoom platform has disallowed that. You must let them in.
Gotcha. Huh.
We have no choice.
What happened, Deacon Jonathan? Somebody was suing Zoom. The teachers was teaching, and somebody came in the room and started playing a porno video.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and
it was involved.
And the kids, so Zoom, they went on ahead and locked that. They said, you know what, you got to let them in. So now you can't sue them for if somebody come in your room and act up, you let them in your room. So.
Gotcha. Okay.
Right.
Okay. And so if we know that's the case, then hopefully we can encourage people to log in early. Right. That way that gives us some ample time to get people admitted. It doesn't take but a moment, right, to get people admitted. But I'm assuming we're not going to have, I don't think we're going to have 100 people necessarily participating in a Zoom session. But we just want to be able to say if we average between 30 to 50 users or 30 to 70 users, then we can get them admitted in under 5 minutes, hopefully.
Well, no, Deacon Jonathan, on Sunday when me and Deacon Scott are doing the Zoom for the broadcast, we host about 80 people. Okay, so what it do, it shows all the people in the waiting room, and we kind of just look at who in the waiting room, and then we can say admit all, and then all of them, all of them start popping in.
Oh,
Oh,
good.
I
So
know that. So you met on at one time?
Yes, sir.
that's perfect then.
It's kind of almost the same solution. Yeah, that'll work. Okay.
Yeah.
So I probably need to name somebody to do this, but I would be maybe the host or myself. I'll give myself that duty, but it may need some assistance. But so basically what we decided to do at 1 minute prior to the session supposed to start, we're gonna mute everybody. That's the point. We're gonna mute, and also that's the hard mute. You mute it, you can't unmute yourself. And I fought with them, and when we let, they want the TDI team to do this. I don't know why. They said that's our duty. I was like, I want to be Greg. That's content. It's your duty, but they just wouldn't relent. I don't know why. They said that's the TDI team to tell everybody that, hey, basically I do tell everybody, we're gonna start in 1 minute. We're gonna mute you guys. Just kind of give them some whatever housekeeping stuff. Let them know they can still chat in the chat room, but they're gonna be muted. So then at the time of the session, 6 o'clock, a person will, announce the session. And for this one, it's Brother Joseph McKinney. So he'll kind of, peace and praise what saints, which is, welcome to the men's conference. He kind of, announce, the Thursday apostolic happy hour. And once he's done, I just gave it a minute, but it could be longer. That's when the video starts. And that's the video co-host for this particular section. That would be Joel. And so the video runs for however long. I'm not sure how long this is going to run. And when the video ends, we unmute everybody if they want to talk. Fine. If not, we'll end the session and we'll call it a day. This is pretty much the format of all of the sessions. It's kind of what we decided. They're pretty much just a standard format. The only exception is, of course, is yours, Jonathan, because your session is almost like 2 sessions put together back to back. So it's kind of the same thing, but kind of like, do this part and do that part. So we can look at that as well. The 28-year panel and interview. So the first part, again, the same thing up to the 1 minute. Jonathan, you're announcing, you're the moderator, you're announcing the session. And you gotta remember also, we talked about this, one thing that'd be different. We talked about before that you were gonna mute everybody, but basically you'll be a co-host, so you're gonna unmute yourself and start talking, because you unmute yourself and just start the meeting. And of course your panelists cannot, unmute themselves whenever necessary. And also, guys, when I think of Jonathan, that we decided to do this a little different. They want to be able to have their people raise their hand and be able to ask the question themselves. So we're going to give them the ability. They're going to raise their hand. This is about something we probably want to talk about a little bit. Is if someone raises their hand, because Jonathan, you probably need to tell us, I'm going to take a question from sister or brother so and so. Then it's going to be our job to unmute them, allow them to ask the question.
Yes. Yeah. So, and I think what we kind of have to do is during that portion. So there's the Q&A portion, the last 15 minutes or last 20 minutes, actually 15 of that 20 minutes, in which I've kind of written it down on the run of show to say, hey, here's how you can participate. Here's how you can ask a question. You can either do it through the chat room, which we'll be monitoring, or if you would like to raise your hand to ask your question, we'll monitor that as well. And so I have no problem doing that. What'd you say?
Maybe we can make a slide for that. While he's speaking that, have a slide up where you can read it, and maybe even see it. Something, a visual aid is what I'm trying to say. I'm sorry.
Okay, yeah, gotcha.
Yeah. Maybe a slide that just has a couple bullets that says to ask a question, either bullet 1, submit through the chat room, bullet 2, raise your hand on the participants tab. Please ask your question in 20 to 30 seconds. Yeah.
One thing I think about, because Jonathan, I don't know if it'd be possible if if you're taking because we got to unmute the person. If you can like let us know, and if you're taking a question from, say Joel right now, say next question is going to be from Dick and Terrence. That way we know who's the next person we got to unmute. So we have to find them in the meeting and things like that. Help us out a little bit.
Okay, definitely.
Is the list of people going to be alphabetical, or do we know how it's going to look? It's not just going to be who was there first, or do we know?
If you look at the participant list, it is I don't know if it's alphabetical, but you can do a search, right? You can do a search and find a person pretty quickly.
Right.
Okay.
Gotcha. Do you know? Because I don't know the participant list. Is there a default to how it orders itself or no?
Yes.
If I'm not mistaken, as they join.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
I'm not sure if you can do a sort in an active call though.
Are the hosts, so like if we've got a panel, will the hosts be positioned toward the top of that list?
Host
Yes,
and
the host
co-host.
and the co-host.
Right.
Gotcha. Okay.
We're gonna need to have that participant list in its own screen.
Yeah. Well, as long as you can search on it, I mean, you know.
Yeah, it has a find a participant search bar at the top of it.
Right.
And it searches as you type, so that's even better.
Correct. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Is that spell correction?
Philip with an F instead of PH.
Hey, that's my anonymous.
Yeah.
Sit on that.
Also, you know, we keep saying the mute, but we also have to make sure we disallow share screen to participants.
Yeah, I think I have that. That's a good point. I think I have the only host here, but
yeah, I mean, once you set the meeting up, you can set all that up at once.
Right. I think I already have it set up that way in my profile. That way it I think I can that's a good point. I'll check that. I'll double check that. But yeah, you're right. We probably should. That's why we probably want to, the first 15 minutes, go over these things, make sure everything is set up correctly.
Right.
And, I'm pulling over here, I guess, on my screen. You can see that. But yeah.
You streaming live?
Just streaming live.
Oh, okay. I just saw that up there.
He's still streaming over there.
You see streaming live on your set?
I see live on YouTube up in the top left corner.
Yeah.
All right.
And I'm looking at the YouTube feed, and I'm seeing Philip stream, and I'm only seeing it when somebody talk. I see them pop up there.
Oh, that's kind of neat.
But yeah, speaker view.
All right.
Okay. So like I said, this is the format we came up with yesterday. So I think it's they standardized it. So I think it's pretty good. Now, matter of fact, it's the version of this on the up on the drive. All this stuff was my notes I took last night. I put all that stuff up in here, so it's a little cleaner. What I have on the Google Drive.
Hey Philip, do me a favor and maximize your spreadsheet. Yeah.
Oh, beautiful. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. You guys should have said some long time ago.
So I guess we can have the toolbar to disappear. If we were doing right now on the
stream.
The streaming, I see Philip toolbar. So I guess we may have to have the toolbar to hide itself.
But we're not sharing anything like this, are we?
What
No.
toolbar are you talking about? Excel's toolbar?
No, I'm looking at his Windows toolbar at the bottom.
Oh, this. Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yeah, before the video, you're showing that player, the app. So it's just going to show the video scan.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm sharing my whole screen. Yeah. I can share just that app. Right, I can fix it there.
Yeah, I can actually read this YouTube stream pretty good, Philip. That's not bad.
Okay. All right. Good. Oh, Deacon Terence, how busy are you? Let me have one more job for you. Or something I can. I'm gonna try to get done myself. No, my sister Cynthia, she has a PowerPoint she's presenting. She sent me the PowerPoint and she want to embed some videos in it.
You got the videos?
Yes.
All right, just go ahead and send it to me.
All right.
Before you do, they're MP4, right?
I'm 90% sure they are.
If I have to, I can convert them, and then
Yeah, because you're gonna need. You can't embed a thing unless it's in a Windows format, MP4.
Oh, you know what? And you're right. That's right, John. Joe. I tried to embed them myself, and I couldn't. Actually, that's not true. I couldn't embed it because I had my problem is my old version of my laptop here. It's really old. So it said I needed. Yeah, it is MP4, but I have like Windows. I don't even mention what version I have.
7.
It's pretty bad. Say what?
7.
Yeah, that
I
stuff
think
got
it's
really crazy.
7.
I think when they released Office 2016.
Right.
Because I went from doing it at one job, and then I came to my current job, and I couldn't do it. I was like, what the heck?
Yeah.
You know, but yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna do it on my work laptop. I was like, oh shoot. So I'm gonna try to do that on my work laptop. We'll see.
well, if you send them to me, Philip, I'll get on it.
All right.
Hey, another thing while we're talking about Sister Cynthia's slide, I sent those. Did you get those little the little slide deck I sent with the technical difficulties and the welcome slide and all?
Yes, I did.
You could add that start slide to make it the first slide in her deck. So once that deck is up, it's just up. You don't have to switch or anything.
Okay.
Or ping it or shoot her deck to me and I can add it. But it really is just as simple as you have both open and you copy the one, but when you paste it, you have to select keep source formatting. Keep source formatting, yeah.
Okay.
We gotta get one for the matter of fact, you know what? Hold off on that. We need to do that with those the housekeeping notes. How to raise hand and all those things.
Well, anybody got any questions about the general format of all the meetings and questions about the assignment? Like I say, look over the assignments. I did. I know Greg went in and assigned himself quite a bit, and just, I know Melinda did. So I assigned other people. I did make some assignments myself. So definitely let me know if you're not available for any of the things that I assigned you for. And
Joe is gone. All right. So when I talk, I do not come up on the screen. Why is that?
so when I'm talking, I do.
You pop up. When I talk, everybody else talk, they come up. Oh, probably because I'm not sharing video.
No, because it should still show you a little block.
No, it's not showing it.
I'm not sharing video either. Did anybody see my name?
No, I see you on the Zoom window, but I don't see you in the
stream.
Yeah, the streaming portion.
Maybe that's it then, if you're not sharing video.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see what happened now.
Hey, Greg, I got a question for you. Brother Shalar, does he normally join you guys Zoom calls on Sunday evenings?
And I sent him the link. I don't know what he's doing. I sent it to him and Tavares Calvin.
No, we was asking because he was on that panel on Saturday with Deacon Jonathan. He was the only person that didn't join our walkthrough. So we should try to make sure they got a good connection and everything. I never thought maybe he was on you guys' call. You can say, yeah, he usually joins, have a good connection and no problems.
Oh.
No luck, you don't know. So that we didn't get him. Also, Sister Angela Robinson, right? She was having some problems. She sent me a text today and said I think she wanted to try it again. So I'm gonna have to give her a call and set up a little quick meeting with her. See what happens.
Or text him.
Tell them to join this meeting right here. See how
I just shot Shalar to text. And if you set one up with if you do set one up with Angie, let me know the time and we can try to get him to join too.
Okay.
So I did send them a reminder email too, with some of those other finer points in there in terms of just making sure their connection's on point. If they can hardwire in.
Right.
But yeah, so. One thing that I think is probably worth noting, just because I'm not sure how long some of this content is going to end up being, and we won't know until all of it is finalized.
Thursday morning.
Yeah, some of this content might actually be short. So like I know Bishop's interview was slated to be from 1 to 2. But I know when I recorded my portion, like in all, it was 12 minutes. And so granted, I don't know what it's going to look like when his content is kind of put in there, but it might not be an hour. So as you're looking at these times, just kind of keep that in mind that, you know, some of it might be tentative in terms of end times. It might really be a lot earlier than that.
Right. Deacon Terence, you still here? Oh, you think about it. I ask you this, Greg. Are you involved in that those Zoom meetings on I guess Sundays he has for the people who just dialed in only?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's Deacon Terence and Deacon Scott.
Yes.
I was wondering because I was talking to Jeff about that today. Is assuming that's probably some of the older people who can't, either they don't have internet or a little more technologically challenged. So basically with a Zoom meeting, you get this you copy the meeting info. It's like it has meetings about, you can call in by location, then you got the meeting ID, the password. How did you guys, I guess question, how did you get them, what format you use to get them to understand what they need to do? Yeah, we was concerned about how to present that to people saying this is what you need to do.
Well, if they doing it on a house phone,
okay,
they just dial a number, and then the lady tell them what to do, and then they follow the prompt, and she just leads you right through it.
That's true. So that you haven't had many problems. People just pretty much caught on to it.
Yeah, most of the older saints, after they came in that first time, they've been coming back in every Sunday.
Okay. Well, because there's so much information. I know it's like you said, it gives you a list of like maybe 6 different numbers to dial by your region. So you got to figure out where you live and dial the locus. I guess probably for to prevent lag. So.
Hey, Brother Phil, I thought about that. We might be able to change the text in that announcement, and then just by district, like figure out, okay, so I know there's a 312, that's North Central, that's Chicago.
Right. Okay.
301, Maryland, DC, Delaware. There's got to be a New York area one, so that's New England, probably a Miami one, Florida.
Right. Yeah, we got to figure out. Yeah, I just want to kind of make it as easy as possible, and not as. It seems a little. It can be a little challenging, I guess, or.
It will be.
Yeah.
Well, we did step by steps for the broadcast. We wrote step by steps, 1, 2, 3, right on down there, and we had very few people had problems getting in. We just stepped it out, in plain language.
Let me share my screen with them. I did this. They can tell. I'm not sure this is all the meetings I've set up. Here's happy hour. This is a copy paste from Zoom. So I don't. This to me looks like it'd be like if I said this to my dad, he probably, he have some choice words for me.
Yeah, I already hear
it. So
what is this?
You can call this boy.
Yeah.
So I was trying to think of, I could say somebody. If my dad was like, "Hey, Dad, you need to dial in." what am I, I guess from Miami, Fort Lauderdale. I'm not sure. I guess New York's the closest one. But you got to pick out which number he dial in. They got to dial in the ID and the password.
Yeah, Philip,
It's
what
all
happened
there, but it's
when you if they're on a cell phone, all you got to do is send them that one number.
oh yeah, this right. This right.
And that's called a one click, and they dial right in.
I don't disagree with that. Yes, but some of these, yeah, but
What-
some of these
what
ones
is,
Mobile.
Yeah, what is the number?
Yeah.
one tap
The
mobile.
one tap mobile?
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is the phone
Oh,
number,
wait.
the
Yeah.
meeting ID, and the password.
It ought to be stepped out.
Man, that's
No, it's
What-
for a mobile phone. It does it does the pauses for you and put it in for you. That's how that is. So
Because
it's
you
one tap
dialing
mobile.
you putting the pound sign in there.
Yeah, each
Yeah,
of those commas is a second. Like
Right.
So it's like it'll dial and then it'll wait 2 seconds, or maybe each of those is 3 seconds, I think.
Right.
And then
No,
once that 3 seconds is passed, it will put that meeting ID in pound, and then another couple of seconds while that IVR is talking. Then it punches in that meeting ID in pound.
Right.
But now,
You
so
get
the
one
question,
dial, boom, that's it.
so they type all of that in, or they
No. If you want to say you on your cell phone, you have smartphone, you get this in your email. You can just like say just tap on that, right? You just touch it.
oh,
That's why it's
I
one
got
tap
you.
mobile and does it all for you. It's a link. It's a hyperlink for the
Right.
most part. But my thing is, if you got an older person on like they can turn on their house phone,
Right.
they have to do it this way. Yeah, they gotta dial one of these numbers, 106, right?
Yeah.
Then dial the meeting ID. And the thing that's somewhat tricky, 'cause I did this on the call with I think one of them, again, Western States or somewhere. I was Dick and Bobby. You do the meeting ID, and the next one is it doesn't ask you for your password. It asks you for something else. You just press pound. So if you put the meeting ID in correctly, then put your password in, it's gonna fail because the next prompt is not for the password. You gotta
That's
listen
right.
carefully.
Yeah, that's right, Philip. You have to listen what the lady say and follow the directions, and then you'll get in.
Right, because it's really like here, it's more a meeting ID. I think it's a pound right here.
Yeah.
Then you put the password in, and if you're not, you get messed up. So any ideas how to simplify this? I
don't see how you can.
No, you can break it up, have Chicago area, have the number, then type in the meeting ID, the pound, and then the password. New
Yeah.
York area.
Okay.
But
Oh, I was just saying, break this up into.
Chicago area and tell them exactly what they got to do for the
But
Chicago.
it's already broke up. They say dial by your location.
Okay, dial your age ahead like
Where's Miami, Diggy Terrence?
Hey,
Miami,
okay,
Fort Lauderdale.
but you could New York. It would be Houston. That's Texas. San Jose.
That's
Come on.
California.
Yeah, but
Yeah, that's
what
I
Philip
think it's a little
is saying.
challenging.
Yeah.
You can tell them, you find your local number. Press this. Oh, I don't have a smartphone, so I can't go find my local number. But it says right there, find your local number. It gives you a URL. They can't do that. What the people we're talking about?
If they
Right.
listen, if they got a house phone, they're gonna wind up having long distance, and probably the ones that's gonna be dialing in is gonna be the ones that's coming in on Sunday. The 80 people that we got on Sunday.
Actually, I thought about it because most people have long distance on their phones now. It's not like I thought I was giving one number, the New York number, say.
But no, Philip, you want to give them more numbers because what happened is when you got a lot of people hitting one number, they get a busy signal. That's what.
Okay, then okay.
Yeah. The Saint say, "Hey, I'm getting a busy signal," so they have to try another number. Yeah.
All right.
Can I ask, how will they get this information? So, for example, I know on the schedule part of the website, obviously the Zoom link will be embedded. But in regard to the rest of this information, the full information, how will they get that?
Yeah, the reason why I haven't put it out there because I haven't thought of an easy way to put it out there for. Think about if I put it out there just like this. We think that older 80-year-old brother will understand it. I don't. That's my block right now. I have it, but I don't know a way to put it out there where it makes sense. It makes sense to me, but I don't think my dad it'll make sense to him. Like I say, I'll be in a world of hurt.
Yeah. So are you planning? So even if it did make sense, are you planning to put out this full piece of information on the website?
I'm gonna put something out there between
Okay.
now and Thursday, but I don't know how it's gonna look. That's what I'm trying to get some help here. Anybody getting any thoughts how to put this out there? Please let me know. I
mean, it has the state, and then like we don't have Miami, Fort Lauderdale. So I guess in a second set of parentheses or closest state.
Right.
You know what I mean? Something like that.
I'm telling you, make it real church and just change that type to district. Make it North Central, New England,
okay.
Maryland, DC, and then you're gonna have to stack a couple.
Yeah.
Like make Western states. Like you're gonna need to make South Central, Georgia, and Florida that Houston number.
Or New York.
Or maybe make South Central and Western states. You know, it don't really care if I'm sitting in Maine and I'm calling that San Jose, California number.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's why I think about giving one number, but
yeah,
you make a good point about
it don't stack up though.
Because you can overload this particular meeting too.
Right. No, I like the idea about district. It makes it very, very simple. I mean, that way we kind of take away this ambiguity here about, you know, where's Tacoma? Realize it. It's right down the road. We don't know. So.
Yeah, that'll probably do better.
No, okay.
Because you don't want to overload that circuit. Not really a circuit, but
all right. So we'll do it. So this becomes dialed by district. On our church lingo, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And probably you don't need these ones anymore. That's old fashioned. Well, you know, if you're on a home phone, you need the one, right? Yeah, you're on a home phone, you need the one. Yeah. Cell phones don't, but home, yeah. So, all right. I think I can work on that. I think that's a good start. I think I can work on that. Make it by district. But the problem is and everyone's different though. Now they're gonna you dial the next day, got different numbers. But it is what it is.
One thing, Philip, just like you said, if I don't have a smartphone, I shouldn't even bother with that section. I would go ahead and number each section. If you do not have a smartphone, please proceed to
step 3.
If you have a home phone, you have
a
man with his hand up like this. I'm done.
Yeah.
No. Okay. I can work on that. I think the district thing makes sense to come in. Like say, if you have a computer or a smartphone, click this link right here. Well, it's already provided, you know. But if you have a smartphone, just tap here, and boom. Okay, I think this can work. All right.
So on that one tap mobile, it just has Chicago and New York. So what would you do? North and south? Not north and south, east and west?
Yes, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. That's probably a faster, more robust line anyway.
What is the same number? It's Chicago.
No.
That's the same number.
Oh yeah, it's the same number.
Yeah. In New York?
I take that back. I thought it'd be digital. Well, they all digital now.
Yeah. Man, it almost make you think you could just use Chicago and New York down at in the dial.
You probably can. It doesn't know where you call it, or know where you call it from, or care. But I think the main thing is you don't want to actually overload the circuits.
Right.
I was going to say, hey, I just
tell you this.
I was just to do this.
Zoom splits all their video conference. I'm talking about like standards based, like SIP and H.323 stuff by the Mississippi. So they'll tell you when you connect your video conference unit, like to a meeting, if you are east of the Mississippi, dial this number. If you're west of it, dial this one too. So that's why you see those dial strings broken up like that. But the phone's a little different. So they're using that same methodology with the one tap. I'm not sure that needs to be in the flyer though, because the app's going to do that dial string from a smartphone. Nobody's going to ever have to put all that stuff in. Like as soon as you go from your phone to join that meeting and join by phone, you hit that thing one time and it does that dial string for you. Like you'll hear it. You'll hear the lady come on, and then you'll hear the 7 digits for the meeting and the pound. Then you'll hear it won't do anything. Some time will go by, and as soon as she prompts for the next piece, it goes in again. So I think you're okay with leaving that dial string out and just focusing on the phones for the district. Because on a smartphone, they're going to have 2 options, either to call or to use the audio across the device.
Right. So, good point. So Dick and Terence, when you send your Zoom link in the morning, will you send this one and the one tap? That way I can concentrate on this right here. This part.
He actually sent it all.
You gonna send? Oh well, okay.
Yeah, he sent the whole thing. It's like that standard Zoom invitation.
Correct. Yeah, I was wondering because I mean, well, I guess it won't hurt because I know for is it Friday? There's 3 sessions. I have to send 3 of these. Which is, I guess that.
That's gonna be fun.
Yeah, I can see it now. So I'm gonna go in the wrong meeting. It's fun. I got people. Because you get on with Zoom. You have a Zoom account. As much as you have to join your meeting, you haven't, as a host, you haven't joined. You get an email. So I put those links out on the website. People trying to join already. You get emails saying somebody's waiting on you on your meeting. I'm like,
yeah,
like, it hasn't started. I get like at least one an hour. Just like whatever.
God, anxious.
Yeah. All right. So I think that's all I got. Anything else, Dick and Terence? Anything else we need to go over? But I guess one thing we need to do, Greg and Dick and Terence, I mean, if we're doing the Zoom, but since I'm hosting the meeting, we need to, I guess, I set up the Zoom. I set up the YouTube. I'm sorry. I did set up my account and say you do YouTube. How do we get? Then we get my account to send it to.
I'm gonna give you the Buzz information to log into the YouTube.
Right.
Okay. All right.
And what you do once you go to the Zoom is gonna ask you for a YouTube account, right. And I give you the information for that, and then they're gonna probably give you a text my phone for a passcode. I give that to you. You go right in.
Right. Now is that when we do that when we start the meeting, or it happens when I set it up?
That's something I
thought it happened when you start the meeting.
Yeah, you gotta do that when you start the meeting.
Right. Okay. So we do that. We can do that when we in the first 15 minutes.
Only so that you can just go ahead and get it going, because you can actually start it, whenever. But if you start it during the meeting, you got to go through that whole authentication process.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't take long, but like Deacon Terence said, it's gonna send him a text. He got to give you the code and all that good stuff.
I'm sure it said 24 hours, so I'm hoping it'll be set up by tomorrow, Philip.
All right, we can start tomorrow.
Yeah.
Lord,
well, actually, it was like 10 o'clock last night.
Yep.
Yeah, we're getting close to it.
Yeah.
So forgive me, I know I'm missing something here. What YouTube account is this falling under, or we're using for the men's conference?
Apostolic Buzz.
The Buzz YouTube account. Okay, cool.
701 Media would be nicer, but I don't think it's turned on.
Have we did any failure modes or anything like that? I know we have co-hosts and stuff like that. In the middle of a session, something goes out with the video. How do we fail over? What happens? Does a down page go up? Did we do anything like that as far as failure modes?
I think it depends on how it fails. Like if the person, if Dick and Terrence or Joel's system goes out, one of us or whoever's at co-host status needs to grab that video. We all have to have those videos downloaded locally.
Okay, so everybody have it downloaded locally.
Right, and we need to just go ahead and share and keep it going.
Right.
That's the answer.
Yeah, that's why we wanted to have like that web team folder, wanted to have all the content in there. Once everything is finalized, we all got to copy that stuff down.
Yeah. But you know how it is, Greg. Nothing happens unless it's stated. As long as we all on the same page, we have failure modes.
Yeah.
So if Zoom crashes Thursday, Friday, Saturday,
well, that's something different. It crashed Thursday.
Yeah,
Sunday morning.
It crashed Tuesday too. My kids, they were on a field trip.
I'm sorry, that was Sunday morning, Joel. Yeah, that was Sunday.
Yeah, it crashed Sunday morning, and we went to Google.
Meet.google. So from Meet Google, can we stream out to YouTube? We should be able to. They're both Google products, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
So we need to do that too, because at least we can save everything via YouTube. I wouldn't put a lot of people on that Google Meet because it's new and I don't know if it's been vetted yet, really. But it'd be nice to know that we can stream from Google Meet out to YouTube as well as a backup in case Zoom bails on us at any time.
We just hoping Zoom hold up for this weekend.
Bless the all on it.
Yeah. Well, maybe it went out last weekend. So it's good for a while. I can only hope.
I wonder what happened. I was thinking they got hacked.
They failed Tuesday too. My kids' field trip. They dropped in the middle of kids' field trip.
Today?
No, yeah. Today they were supposed to go on a virtual field trip and whatnot. In the middle of the field trip,
Did it come back up?
It came back up 20 minutes later.
Oh boy.
5-year-olds, all right. 20 minutes is a lifetime.
Yeah. So all the connections were lost, right?
Pretty much. Everybody had to log back in.
Yeah.
So maybe we should set up some Google Meets and then just get that info, like get the streaming together and then get that info to all the panelists. So in case something bails, at least all the panelists know where to go.
Yeah, because everybody else can go to the YouTube stream.
Right.
That'd be a good CYA.
Yes.
Right.
So do we have a TDI or a Men's Conference Google account?
We have a TDI Google account. Terrence?
TDI Google account? No,
we have TDI Google.
Only account we got is the Apostolic Buzz Google account.
701 Media.
701 Media, they got a Google account.
But what did you use with Google Meets on Sunday?
That was my Google account.
Oh.
Yeah. Vernon is the one that got the 701 Media account.
And that holds 100. What is it, 100?
100.
I meant to tell him that a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, to turn that on that 701.
It only takes 24 hours. We're just waiting for the Apostolic Buzz to turn on because we did it last night. I wanted to leverage YouTube many years ago with this church because we're not taking advantage. And with the live, I mean,
we're Amish in some ways.
A lot of ways, man. A lot.
Jebediah?
I remember I had a talk with someone when I was working. When I first moved to Chicago, I was working at Northwestern at Kellogg School of Business, the MBA program, and we streamed every lecture streamed, and I got to thinking, man, wouldn't it be nice at the National if I couldn't make it, I could still log in and watch all the sessions. I wasn't talking about the service, but just the sessions, and all and everything.
Nope. We
And
were trying, Joel, the whole time we were trying. So
no, I can tell. Just working with you all these past couple of weeks, I see, and what yeah. No, I'm serious, man. I'm delighted to be in your company. Like I really am. Like I didn't know this was at church.
yeah.
Yeah, but one day. But I think, like Bishop was saying Sunday, like God has a reason for all this, and just maybe it's to really get us, to get our arms to reach out and more to in technology more. So
I agree 1,000%. The fact that you said Amish, I think that says a lot. Nobody wants to be compared to being Amish. No woman is like, I want a brother to roll up with me and be like, "Ooh, girl, you look Amish." That is never a compliment. That is never a compliment. But I'm really hopeful. I think the best for this organization, this may be one of the best things that could kind of happen to get us to make us move forward. But even in it, I kind of look at it as when we have these types of opportunities to put on a conference, because this probably won't be the last one. But anything we do in regard to technology, we kind of got to push people a little further than they're willing to go.
Yeah.
In hopes that they'll still move to where you need them to go, at least. So it's kind of like, hey, I'm gonna try to push you to an 8, knowing you're gonna land on 6.
Yeah.
But if you say, oh, let's only try a 6, then I know you're only gonna get to a 4.
Yeah.
So
we use that same methodology in the studio with a proposal. So say we need to have a speaker that can project 100 yards, right? We'll put in our quote for a speaker that can project 200 yards so that we can get told no and then present that cheaper option.
Yeah.
What we really need and then get it. So it's just, it's like you just know, okay, so we need this one. So let's say we need this thing.
yeah. No,
Oh,
man,
no.
you sound like a wife.
Joe, you just messed up Greg. Now, you see the wheels turning in Greg's brain?
No, I already know.
Yeah.
I already know, man.
Website.
Yeah. I already know, man. This is an uphill battle.
Or you give them the manufacturer or give them the retail price. Like if if a speaker retails for $700, but you can walk into a Guitar Center and buy it for $5, give them the retail.
Yeah.
They go out to their website, that's what they're gonna see. So
Hey, Joe.
But yeah, it's worth it.
Joe, we slowly getting there, man. We slowly getting there.
Definitely.
It's only been over a decade.
Greg, you've been saying that ever since you started. So.
Well, yeah, because
it's been over a decade.
This is 10 years for the web stream this year, right? It started in 2010.
I started this when I was 36.
Yep. Don't tell him how old you are now.
I started when I was what? No, I was 37. That's when I started. That's when we first started.
I remember first watching the webcast, that youth conference in Norfolk. First time I remember seeing it, and that was 2010. I had just started to Walter Reed.
You know who helped get that webcast in Norfolk?
Minister Lamb?
Yep.
I know it.
I went to Minister Lamb. Minister Lamb asked me, he said, Deacon, what we need to get this? I said, well, Minister, to do it right, we need $10,000. The minister said, he said, what? You ain't said nothing. He said,
y'all remember in Living Color, Tommy Davidson would have that card, he would be, Bam!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, actually,
Thank the
David
Lord.
Alford for his card, and Tommy Davidson would just come out all of a sudden. Damn, yeah.
You
No, I
know,
remember. Because it debuted at the youth conference, right? Do I have that right?
the webcast.
Yeah, I feel like it started at that youth conference.
No, we started before the
No.
youth conference.
Yeah.
We really started like a year or two before this, trying to get it and stuff like that. And we had to go
Just
through
testing locally.
we had to go through a lot of rigmarole.
I know one thing. I went to Norfolk that first weekend, that first Sunday, and then I had to go back to work. And I was intending on going back down that last weekend. The webcast was so crisp. I said, I'm good. I'm gonna stay right here in DC.
That's the first time you used that TriCaster. Terence got the Deacon Terence got the TriCaster that the youth conference.
That's what it was. The
Yeah,
TriCaster
yeah,
was
we were using that old equipment that had been worked on by God knows who. When I first walked into downstairs as a TDI member, they had dial-up, and I had to explain how to dial up to get the internet. I said, that's all you do. There's no dial-up. They had AOL. I kid you not.
We got to get a solution for seminars though. Like once, God willing, life gets back to normal. A lot of stuff like I'll see that especially when I lived in Chicago, when I knew I couldn't make the whole week for something just because of work and expense of hotel and whatnot. But I would say, man, I really would like to watch this session. But.
Yeah, we got Zoom now, and well, we got other stuff, but as far as price, we got Zoom.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you something. I know I started recording services in spring of '98. In 1998, I was not buying CDs. I was not buying cassette tapes. I was buying CDs for personal use. And it was we were into the early 2000s before we were handing Bishop a disc master.
Oh yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm telling you, I used to like every week, like rewinding tapes, and I'm like, we gotta get a CD player, but it took forever. And I remember being told all kind of crazy stuff, like Bishop doesn't like CDs, and like what? Like what?
Look, so I ask myself all the time. I'm like, man, do you know the last time I put in a DVD? Here's the funny thing. I know the exact last time I put in a DVD. The last time I did that was when they released Seasons.
There you go.
Oh yeah.
Because I was like, how do I guess I gotta hook up a DVD. I've been like, I canceled cable. I got my first Apple TV maybe 7 years ago. And I mean, we canceled cable right after that. So let alone last time I used a DVD. And so when you see people selling things on DVDs and it's like, I can't utilize this. And then it's like, well, you can download the MP3 from the website. And it's like, but I can't play it on an iPhone. So I mean, I don't know what to do with it. But it just means, we really do have to push the envelope. Like,
man.
Job said, people don't know what they want until you show them.
Right.
It's true because people are like, nah, we can't do it.
Or till you call them Amish.
Yeah, to the face. You'd be like, as a father, your child call you Amish, you might be like, hey, son, what? No. But we really do have to push the envelope to show them what's possible. I think some people were sending over clips for the talent show, and I was like, oh man, these clips are really good. I was like, oh, this is awesome. I was like, this should be like on Instagram. And then it had me thinking, I was like, for this conference, we should have an Instagram account and just put out 15-second splices
on
Instagram and Facebook. Like the content is already there. Just cut it down to 15 seconds, shoot it out throughout the day. That's just another touch point.
Oh well.
I was thinking